Program Director, we now have details of our leadership. The next thing that we need to do, we need to identify our interest. And therefore, talking to you, I will say you need to identify your interest and focus on it. For instance, if you are interested in the road sector, empowerment, maritime opportunities, aviation opportunities, public transport, or rail sector opportunities, make that decision and be focused. Get as much information on your chosen sector as it is possible, including identifying the already established entrepreneurs who may and probably will mentor you. Ensure that you have a relevant company or you belong to a cooperative. Identify your needs, such as training needs, mentorship needs, for instance. For instance, you might want to know about tendering process. Identify that as your need so that something can be done. Probably you want to be trained on marketing or managing your business. Identify that need so that you know exactly as to what it is that you need to be assisted with. Ensure that your company or cooperative is in the SANWIT database or government database or our SOEs database. Please ask questions and be prepared to receive answers. Be prepared to work hard and to make sacrifices. For those who are already established businesswomen, find opportunities that will sustain your business. We outlined those available opportunities, and please identify and find them. Be prepared to incubate the up-and-coming small women enterprises. We want you to own big industries, and we want you to employ more people. Particularly, we want you to employ rural and farm women. Remember, as and when you meet challenges, bring those challenges to your SANWIT leadership. And of course, if you can't be assisted, bring those challenges to our attention. We are ready to run. And please, do not wait for future summits. Please don't wait for another summit. Identify challenges and bring them to our attention. We will assist. To SANWIT, SANWIT's main intention is to position itself as a network forum. It has to recruit other women enterprises as members and coordinate them into this umbrella body, which is SANWIT. It has to deliver direct services to its members. It has to facilitate enterprise development and negotiate on behalf of members. In fact, better wealth generating opportunities. You have got to do this. It must identify opportunities within and outside government, and of course outside or within SOEs. Also within South Africa and outside South Africa for its members. SANWIT must have a clear database for its members, and you now have somebody who's going to assist you so that this can actually be realized. Essentially, SANWIT must provide coaching and mentoring of its membership. Most important, SANWIT must add to the body of knowledge and guide best practices through research and innovation. So we need research, we need innovation, we need factual information. We don't want just to do things as Zenzega, but we need to know exactly that this which we are doing, it's going to lead us to 1, 2, 3, because you are involved in research, but of course you are researching and innovating. Minister Dipo Peters made it clear that SANWIT needs to be more visible it needs to formulate clear and applicable provincial outreach strategies and integrated rural development strategies that will ensure inclusion, involvement, and participation of all women. By doing so, SANWIT will receive all the support it requires as long as it is willing to work for women. Having said that, what is of importance is the elective conference that SANWIT is to convene. As the Department of Transport, we pledge to support SANWIT as it is preparing for its national elective conference. And we hope that this is possible to happen during this financial year. But of course, if it doesn't, it has got to happen early in the next financial year. I propose and want this summit to resolve that we approach some women who will, on a voluntary basis, work with Summit as its think tank. I propose that in this think tank, we have women such as Brenda Madumise, Mpumi Mpofu, and allow me to say something about her, other than the fact that she's the former Director General of the Department of Transport, but she is a comrade and a member of the African National Congress in good standing. We have invested in this comrade so much, and there is no way we're going to throw her away. And I just want to say to women, we can't speak empowerment and do not recognize women as having power to stand on their own. It cannot be that if my husband decides to be somewhere, that is equivalent to saying, I'm there, I'm somewhere. She is a tried and tested former Umkhonto wesizwe cadre and a member in good standing, a member of the African National Congress. I propose that we also add Comrade Pindiriba, but also we add Dr. Malan. If there is anyone who will want to volunteer her services, we probably will request not more than 2 to come forward and, of course, volunteer their services. They're not members of SANWIT, but we are saying if it is possible for them to accept this request, they will assist and move with SANWIT to its conference, but even beyond its conference, so that we can have a strong SANWIT. And I'm not suggesting that the SANWIT that we have is not strong. But what we are saying is that we probably need other people that will sit somewhere and think and advise and, of course, explore opportunities that are there within government, but, of course, outside South Africa and outside government. To the Department of Transport and its modal branches, you have been given clear instructions. The minister said, women empowerment must form part of your performance appraisal. This program of action must form part of your annual performance plans with targets that are clearly set. We will monitor the implementation. The issues of gender equity must be addressed, particularly at senior management level. We have quite a number of vacancies at DDG level and Chief Director level. This is the opportunity, DG, for us to bring this much needed gender equity to its fruition. DDG positions in the Department of Transport are not meant only for men. They are not a preserve for men. They are capable women. And this is the time where we can consider women for these important senior management positions within the Department of Transport. They definitely will apply. They shall be shortlisted. And they will perform. Because they have the capacity to do that. Many of them are responsible for this successful summit. The issue of training women in and outside the Department of Transport remains critical. Nothing about women without women. DG, in the Department of Transport, we have a women's forum. We also have a women's advisory committee, which is known as WAC. We have GDYC, which is Gender, Disability, Youth and Children Committee, or Unity. In fact, unit. We also have a Sunwit unit. I know, DG, that you are already addressing these matters, as you have already placed these in your office. We hope that you will appoint a person who has a passion for women and women issues. Somebody who is not only a woman, but has passion. We have a long history of oppression as women. And what we know best is oppression. And we need somebody who will tolerate us and will be patient with us. We need somebody who have love for women and has passion for women. And please appoint that somebody. So it's not just about a woman, but it's about passion and love for women. To our state-owned entities, you have heard the minister's marching orders. There is no jika. We will be looking forward to your quarterly reporting that includes progress on these issues. Equally, we will from time to time request you to invite your women entrepreneurs for us to meet. So we will come to your entities and we will want to meet women that you have empowered. Please invite Sunwit for briefings on your intended performance plans and strategic plans. The Minister of Transport, Medipo Peters, and the Deputy Minister of Transport, Sindi Chikunga, have the political will and are prepared to make it happen and to provide a conducive political environment. On the 27th of this month, that is next week, Wednesday, there is a MINMEC meeting. The resolutions and program of action of this summit have been put on the agenda as item number 1. The minister instructed the secretariat. We will be selling these documents and the ideas to all our provincial MECs. We will request MECs to establish and of course support Sunwit provincial offices. And we heard from the former DG of Transport that Sunwit was established in order to engage not only the public sector, but private sector as well. We promise to assist Sunwit in this regard. There are other strategic and important SOEs and stakeholders that, however, do not report to the Department of Transport, such as ESCOM, such as Transnet, and others, that we will be engaging on this matter with the aim of doing one thing: to identify empowerment opportunities for Sunwit members. Let me state it clearly that our mandate is to ensure that the Women in Transport Summit becomes a watershed and a legacy project for all women in South Africa, and not just another event. This summit has spelled out the way forward with regard to major areas of women emancipation, on advancing the radical economic transformation and emancipation of women, youth, and people living with disabilities through set-aside projects. We have resolutions and we have clear actions. On developing a 5-year program of action which will be used as a monitoring tool, we have resolutions and we have clear actions. On the promotion and strengthening of SANWIT as the umbrella body for the other women formations within the transport industry, we have resolutions and we have clear actions. On the establishment of SANWIT website and availing documents presented and produced in this summit, we have clear resolutions and we have clear actions. This summit has set the seal on all the resolutions and program of action, thus giving all of us our marching orders, where we are, whether employing or providing employment or deployed, whether in government or in private sector, we know exactly what to do after this summit. As we will be leaving Beachwood, none of us can say we do not know what to do. At the same time, each and every one of us has individual and collective obligation to propagate and defend the outcomes of this summit by implementing them. On behalf of the Minister of Transport, Medipo Peters, and myself, I want to sincerely thank the summit preparatory team that worked day and night ensuring that this summit is a success, which DG is a success. DG, this team is just the best thing that ever happened in our Department of Transport. We could have spent millions of rands had we gone the service provider route. Probably this summit would have not set. Thank you, ladies, and probably few gentlemen. We thank you, DG, for providing leadership, but we also thank you for decisive decisions that you took, and of course, decisive leadership. We thank Beachwood Hotel, but we also want to thank our state-owned entities and the Department of Transport for sponsoring this summit. I also want to thank our guests that delivered speeches here and made presentations. You are the best. I want to thank our program directors, the two Ayandas, and Penny Majodina. Tenjiwe and Koliswa for the sterling work. We salute our guests for having carried yourselves as genuine patriots should. As we leave Ekurhuleni, let us carry the spirit of this conference with us, determined to ensure that we advance forward the process of the birth of a new South Africa, the process of the birth of a transformed transport sector. Program Director, indeed, the transport sector is moving forward, women empowerment and transformation. I want to wish you all safe and secure journey back home. May our living God bless you all. God bless South Africa. Program Director, it is my pleasure to officially declare even if we are still going to sing the national anthem and pray. But I now officially declare the 2015 Ekurhuleni Women in Transport Summit officially closed. And I thank you.